Hey everybody, it's Peppermint here. Forgive me if you hear noises in the background. My mom's home and she's watching a loud crap romantic movie. Nothing I can do about that. Today's topic is discussing a 15-year-old boy, Ben Malmsey, has committed suicide, and people that mainly his parents assumed it was playing Doki Doki Literature Club. There is an article on it, and I want to read that article. The Sun, kid killer inside twisted Doki Doki Literature Club game parents say caused the suicide of their children. It's horrifyingly easy to get a hold of. Police and schools have been I'm sorry, I'm terrible reading out loud, forgive me. Have ensued warnings about Doki Doki Literature Club. And the Sun Online has today revealed how no checks are made in the age of users before it can be played. Well, Doki Doki isn't exactly a child-friendly game. The only reason why children are mainly playing it because they watch Let's Players like Jacksepticeye, Markiplier, and PewDiePie play it, and we all know that's true. A heartbroken mum has become the latest parent to a claim of a computer game caused the suicide of her child, Doki Doki Literature Club, which in its trailer markets itself as a happy, colorful school dating game packed with childlike characters. It's easy to download and doesn't require any parental checks. Doki Doki Literature Club begins as a lighthearted game, but it takes a sinister turn within an hour. Your character's childhood friend talks about having depression and eventually takes her own life in a disturbing scene. And I agree, that was really messed up. I think that catches everybody off guard the first time. But the game, which you play the school, the people who wants to write poetry to impress girls, descends into a psychological horror that features dark themes of self-harming and suicide, and already has been blamed for the deaths of 2 children. Earlier this week, the father of Ben Malmsey, 15 of Radcliffe Bury, told how the game, which functions as a role-playing visual novel in which the player's choices to dedicate elements of the storyline dragged him in before the death is which still being investigated by a coroner. And now the parent, Michael Ports from Zargburg and Kurata, I'm sorry. Like I said in my Chris Lee video, I am terrible at saying names and pronouncing a lot of things, so forgive me. Has spoken out about the game and how it has played a role in the death of her 12-year-old son, Rock. Speaking to the Sun Online, she said he was playing the game in December, and it has the girl in his drama class also liked it. He wanted to get a present for her, so he made a Doki Doki t-shirt. I did not realize the nature of the game because at the beginning everything is so cheerful and there's nothing strange or dark about it. The game has been singled out as being particularly disturbing to children because of the way it blurs the lines between the game's fictitious story and real life, known as breaking the fourth wall. That means that the gamer is often addressed directly by the characters, who makes it known that they are aware of how they exist within a video game. Rock's mom also said he begun talking about how the game breaks the fourth wall, and while he didn't understand it, he liked things that had mystery and were intellectual. He told me the game starts to be weird and a little bit scary, but it was not until the death he found the real nature of it. 2 months later, Rock has taken his own life. The game's features have also hammered a police investigation to Rock's death. In one instance, after her childhood friend is seen having taken her own life, the image of her hanging is overlaid within the code reads, as the exception occurs, file game script RP line 307, trace back text for details. The game then closes abruptly on the gamer's computer and deletes all their saved files. However, when they begin the game again, the story is different, packed with more graphic and dark scenes. It then leaves the users questioning if the game's shift to more violent themes due to a technical fault within their computer was planned all along. Ms. Ports added the police cannot find what extent he was playing the game because the game deletes your own saves, but we do know that he was also watching people play it on YouTube. In the last month, his life has changed a little bit. He became darker inside. He did not have any interest in school, where he was one of the best pupils in class. He started to have problems with sleeping, he stopped eating, but there was no clear signs of what would happen. There are many things happening with my son, and Doki Doki is just one part of it, but I need the death of my son to have meaning. It needs to help our kids, as parents said, need to speak out about this. The monk spoke out after Darren Walmsley, the 49, said he felt the game was also responsible for the death of his son. He said Ben was growing up fast. It's hard for the parents, but this needs to be highlighted. There's no confirmation yet, but we believe that the game could be linked to Ben's death. Characters suggest and decide what to do. It drags you in, they make it feel very real. Ben did not speak about it, but the parents need to be aware of the games and other similar games. Doki Doki Literature Club, a gaming trailer that offers no real hint of the horror lurking within. The Sun Online has been investigating the game following the death of Ben Walmsley, and we have taken the decision to show the screenshots of the more graphic scenes of the game to warning of parents. We found the game could be easily downloaded for free, requiring no email address or identification details from users. After installing it, gamers are told it is not suitable for children, for those who are easily disturbed. However, a message follows. By playing Doki Doki Literature Club, you must agree you are at least 13 years of age and you consent to your exposure of highly disturbing content. Users have then simply have to press I agree in the center of the screen before it begins, as no point in the age of the gamer verifies. The story sees gamers play an obnoxious school pupil who's encouraged to write poetry after joining a literature club to impress girls. However, as the game continues, the character's childhood friend Sayori tells you she's been battling depression. Early in the game, your character discovers his childhood friend hanging. A character who earlier in the game shows off her knife to you eventually takes her own life using it. In a very disturbing sequence, you eventually discover the young girl hanging in her bedroom, having taken her own life. In another scene, sees a schoolgirl hinted at a troubled home life showing you her knife. After you accidentally cut yourself with it, she licks the blood off your character's fingers. The same character later self-harmed with the blade before killing herself in front of you. Teenagers and fans obsessed with Doki Doki, the Literature Club, often share snaps on social media of their cosplay, Team Salvato recreating the controversial game's characters. Young women whose faces we have blurred out can be seen sharing snaps of themselves in fancy dress as Yuri. While it's common for video game fans to dress up as their favorite characters, the dark theme which Doki Doki Literature Club contains makes a very worrying spectacle. In the game, Yuri has a fascination with knives, and it's hinted her parents are abusive towards her. In one fan picture poses in Yuri's outfit from the game, complete with a purple wig and even posing with a knife. Fans have also shared explicit pornographic images of the characters and images that will reveal the wounds that Yuri inflicts on herself. Dude, there's porn of everything, not just Doki Doki. There's porn of Undertale, there's porn of My Little Pony, there's porn of Kirby, there's porn of Pokemon. Stop. Gonna freak out about the porn. Porn exists of everything. Mr. Walmsley claimed his son had also been receiving texts and messages from the game's characters. Well, they're not texts and messages. They're being sent to your computer's files. You have to open up your computer's file, like your actual computer's file, and open up the folder for where it's coming from. And if you don't know how to do that, Manga even tells you how to do it if you get towards the end of the game. Go to it and you see all the files it's been sending you. This is not a feature from Doki Doki Literature Club. However, many have been playing the game modified version of the game where its developers have previously raised concerns about it. Gamers have also said you've been playing the game that has been texted by a feature named Mystic Messenger? Like Doki Doki Literature Club, the game also features a visual novel format, which much of it plays inside of a WhatsApp-style app where you can chat with fictional characters. The Sun Online download Mystic Messenger, which is free and no checks. Okay, this has nothing to do with Doki Doki, so I'm gonna skip it. If you want to read it yourself, I'll put the link in the description. Mr. Walmsley is free to download, but once you get into it, it will not leave you alone. Okay, that is not true. The characters befriend you and love you and give you tasks to do, but if you do not do them, they turn nasty. That is not in Doki Doki. The full circumstances of Ben's death are yet to be established. A pre-inquis review was set to take place in the coming days. The Sun Online has passed on its findings of Doki Doki Literature Club to Andy Burroughs, an PCCC Associate Head of Child Safety Online. He said, the Doki Doki game creators warned that the game is unsuitable for children and those who are easily disturbed. Parents should be aware that the game contains highly sensitive and adult themes such as suicide. It's important for parents to have regular conversations with their children about their online lives as normal as asking about their day at school. Parents should talk to children about what they do online, explore sites and apps, set together, agree boundaries, and manage safety and privacy settings. Adults seeking advice about online safety can call our NSPCC and O2 Online Safety Helpline, or young people can always contact Childline with any worries or concerns. The game has proved controversial among the gaming community, which, while being praised by many for its challenging themes, others have said it handles serious issues poorly, could trigger those of mental health issues. Addressing a video game store, one user said, "Why do you still have our Doki Doki Glitcher Club on your app? I don't understand why you want to support such a messed up game. You are not aware people commit suicide because of this game, right? Oh, are you not bothered?" People are overreacting. That's all I can say about this. Another user said, the moment that your childhood friend took their life in the game shook me to the core. He had the setup for that was too realistic for me to handle. I had to pause the game and go for a smoke because my hands were literally shaking. However, another user said, can't wait for the parents to start blaming Doki Doki Literature Club and other games for the suicide of the teen, and they won't even question their own parenting. Ben's school, Philip Whiteford, said in a statement, concern has recently been brought to our attention in HM Senior Core regarding the use of young people, the online gaming Doki Doki, known as Doki Doki Literature Club. It's a psychological horror game which in the suicide main feature as a concern has been expressed that the game may trigger suicidal thoughts and young people may be emotionally vulnerable. Please monitor and check your child's internet use regularly and be mindful of the time spent. We have approached the game's developer for comment, but they have had no response. Okay, wow, that took a toll on my throat. All I can say about that is, I feel like the 15-year-old was already depressed as it was, and like Sayori, he was just pretending to be happy in front of his parents or something. Because I already did hear other people talking about it, saying that Ben was being bullied at his school. He never talked about it. I feel like it was mainly the bullies. We don't really know what happened behind the scenes, but it's not fair to blame the game. You shouldn't be playing Doki Doki Literature Club if you are already to have suicidal thoughts or emotionally vulnerable as it is, like the article said. And guys, if you are having suicidal thoughts or you are harming yourself, please talk to somebody about it. I feel like the kid was just being bullied and the parents are just refusing to think about maybe they messed up or they did something that they shouldn't have, so they're blaming the game. I mean, I don't know. Maybe something happened that he never even mentioned that caused it. Anyway, that's all for now. Nighty night. I need a fucking drink. My throat is so dry right now.